All this, if you jump off the cliff and spread out your arms, you'll find you're flying up to the blue blue yonder. Yes, that's not a policy. When you're Foreign Secretary, you're a leading member of a government. The foreign policy you propound is the policy of the government which you've agreed with your colleagues. It's the only sensible, grown-up way to run a government.
But don't you go to the heart of it there, which is that from what we are hearing, nothing has been agreed at Cabinet. It is split, which is why William Hague writes today that really the Cabinet, the government's got to get its act together and come up with a united position. Otherwise, as he says, we won't be talking about who's the Foreign Secretary or who is whichever role. It'll be Jeremy Corbyn as Prime Minister and John McDonnell and Diane Abbott in the Cabinet.
I just agree with that. Yeah, that's obvious common sense. I mean, that is, and actually that is how we're perceived by our continental neighbours at the moment. Things are rather stalled because we have lots of friends, not only inside the European Union, across the world, who cannot understand what we think we're doing. Now, if there are genuine disagreements within the Cabinet, and I agree, I get the impression there are, and it's not surprising because both the political parties are completely split and the full range of views is represented in the Cabinet and the shadow Cabinet, incidentally, as well. They're not agreed with each other. But in the national interest, there really got to be some compromise to come together. You do that in Cabinet discussions.
Indeed, but
you do that by talking to the Prime Minister privately. You don't put self-publicising articles in the most Eurosceptic newspaper you can think of that's read by most of the people who've got a vote in a leadership election.
Why
that's enough of Boris.